welcome to Confessionals Entering Sex Church. Welcome to Sex Church. If you see me, if you can hear me, if you are here with me, say hello, let me know. I'm playing with my church lighting. I make it light and bright in church. Let me know, let me know. If this is your first time watching Sex Church or being at Sex Church, please let us know. We love to welcome our newcomers. It's very important in our Sex Church to welcome our newcomers. If you are a Sex Church regular, let us know. You are one of our consistent church members. We are here to thank you. Me and my decaf oat latte say thank you. Thank you for coming here. Awesome. And today we are diving into confessionals. So the way that Sex Church works is that every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, me or someone from my team or Sabs or someone that you know in the fam will be coming on and gifting you with some juice. So this week is what we call confessionals. This is where you have submitted your anonymous confessionals to me, anonymous confessionals to my team, and I get to read them out loud. Why are we doing this? Because what is the number one sex stopper? The number one thing that's going to block the freedom of your sex life? Type it in the chat if you know. Type it in the chat if you know. I'm just making sure our chat is working, as I don't see it, but I think it is. Type it in the chat if you know what is the number one thing that is blocking the freedom of your sexuality. Type it in. Shame, 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 shame. And how do we release shame? How do we release shame? By recognizing that we are all one, by recognizing that if you have experienced something, yay, I see some people coming into church. Thank you for being here. If you have experienced something and other people have experienced the same thing, then the shame gets released, right? So it's why we do pleasure and sex in community and why we don't just hold our sex lives to be our own thing to work with. That's so hard. Yeah, it's so hard that we don't have a community in our society where we can go to figure out sex. I was working with someone yesterday, and they said they feel like their sexuality is up to them to figure out. Like it's just them with themselves. That's so fucking hard. And that's unnecessarily hard. And as a community, we get to shift that. So we have the Orgasmic Art community. We have Sex Church here every Tuesday. This week is something called the Confessionals. Next week is what we call a Sex Church social. And it's kind of like, if you've ever gone to church, which I've only been 3 times, my parents were total hippies. But I used to go, my dad would play music sometimes for certain church services. So I used to go on Easter. And I remember there would always be a little social in the basement afterwards. And we'd eat muffins and share, right, and hang out. So that's what next week is. Next week is going to be live. We can actually hang out face to face. And I'm going to answer questions, or my team will answer questions. Sometimes it's me, sometimes it's my team. It's not about me. It's about the spirit that's running through what we're teaching, right? It's not about the church. It's about the spirit that the church is here to bring you. Yeah. And much of our society, it's become about the church, hasn't it? It's become about the institution. We are not doing that here in the Orgasmic Art community. It's about the energy, the life force, the godliness that is you. That's what we are here to honor. Yeah. Not the institution itself. Yay. Right. I see y'all in there. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for letting me know you're here. It's great to be here in church with you today. Church is on Tuesdays when it's Sex Church. Are y'all ready for some confessionals? I'm so excited. I love these. These are so hot and sexy. And sometimes I put mine in here and y'all don't even know which one mine are. You don't even know. You don't even know. Hey, Christopher. Hey, Keela. Fuck yeah. Amen. I love that at Sex Church, we can say fuck yeah and amen simultaneously. That's so good. That's so good. Both of those are allowed. Both of those get to be here. All right. First confessional. And if you want to submit your confessionals for us to read next month, the next time that we do it, just make sure to watch our feed. And in the events themselves, we always have a form to submit it. You can also just DM us if you're like, I don't know where to find it. You can DM me, my team will get it, or I'll get it. You good. All right. First confessional. I have such a huge crush on Genevieve. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, let me keep reading it. That's so sweet. Oh, I love you. I expect most of us do to some extent. Oh, I absolutely love her raw sexual energy. Gosh, this is like the first confessional I've ever read out loud. This is a really nice confessional. She is a goddess personified. Oh my God, thank you. It's so sweet. To watch her writhe in pleasure while beginning the orgasmic arc is such a massive turn on. I will be manifesting a catch up for when she is near, and big hug if she is accepting of it. Oh, I love hugging sometimes energetic, sometimes physical hugging. I love that this is a confessional. You don't have to feel ashamed if you have a crush on me. Here's what I think crushes are. I think crushes are, it's just when someone, like our higher self creates crushes because there's someone in the world that is there to bring you to the next layer of yourself. So when I have a crush on someone, they are here to teach me something. I have a huge crush on Sabs. They're constantly teaching me something. Just last week, I had a crush on someone new that I met, and I kept crushing on them. And I was like, oh, they're here to teach me something. What are they here to teach me and show me? So for me, that's what magnetism is. It's what attraction is. It just means that this person is here for you. They have something for you. So you can have a crush on me. I love it whenever you want. All right, next. I love that confessional. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, next anonymous confessional. And just feel into if any of these confessionals resonate with you. I don't know, maybe all of you have a crush on me. And I have a crush on me. I turned myself on. Anyone else turn themselves on? This is really fun. Sometimes I don't have a crush on me though. Sometimes I'm like, ugh, but sometimes I really do. It depends on the day. Well, it depends on how much I've self-pleasured. I self-pleasured like 2 hours today. So I'm Gucci. I'm ready for church. All right, this confessional. I just want to figure out a way to fuck all day, get paid, and not piss off my hubs. Anyone relate to this one? I also need to figure out a way to convince him that it'll be okay if I fuck other people. This is a big one. Maybe Sabs and I should do something around this. He can, I don't care. I would love to watch him fuck a hot chick. And oh my God, I just want sex all the time. And I desperately need help with this. Does anyone else have their remote vibe in 24/7? So the vibrator, right? I can't get enough no matter where or what I'm doing. Granted, it isn't always on, but it's always in. Oh, I love that. You're like, you have a buddy. And on as much as I can get away with it. Work, shopping, cleaning the house, always. For the love of sex for all, where can I find a female hookup? I'm literally dying to have some girl on good girl action. It's been years and I can no longer take it. Should I hire a sex worker? I don't have any luck on the web or in person. Ugh, it's so frustrating. Please help. I feel like a sex-craved teenager. Sex is all I think about and all I can focus on. I need some stranger and adventure ASAP. Okay, I know exactly how you feel. I used to feel like this all the time in my early 20s. All the time. All I wanted to do was have a vibrator on me. All I wanted to do was fuck, fuck, fuck. But I never felt satisfied. Yeah. And so if you're here, if this is you, if this was your confessional, or if you're relating to this one, there's another way to go about sex that's actually like nourishing. And it's just as exciting. Like I squirted all over the bed this morning. Like it's just as fun. It's just as juicy. I have lovers. I have my partner. Like I have tons of sex. I have probably the same amount of sex as before when sex was very important to me to get. Yeah. But there's a satisfaction and fulfillment that can come when you practice the orgasmic arc. So if this is you, make sure you come to Own Your Orgasm next week. We're starting on Monday. It's going to show you what to do with what I can feel when I read this confessional was like, there's a lot of energy. Yeah. And so there's a lot of energy and you don't know what to do with it. You're like, oh, so much energy, right? And you just want to get it out. So Own Your Orgasm, we're going to speak to this. Actually, let me make a note to make sure I do speak to this next week. What to do with lots of sexual energy. okay, and how to manage it. We're not taught how to manage it, and it can burn bridges. It can ruin marriages if we aren't like able to actually take all that energy and learn what to do with it. Okay, I know that priests usually don't give advice or feedback back after confessional, so I'm just like bookmarking that. But I really want to. I want to like have a conversation. I don't want to just read your confessionals. I hope that's okay. I'm just looking. Own your orgasm. Yay, a bunch of people are coming. If you don't know anything about it, just go look it up. It's all in here. You'll be fine. I bet you'll find it. It's for all genders. Come. It's gonna be so good. We all get to hang out. Okay, next confessional. Are you ready? This is, I think, the final confessional. The final confessional. I want to become a prostitute. I love sex and I need money. Why not? I just can't allow my husband to find out. Help. Okay. I will help you because you asked for help. You ready? And because I'm a shitty priest, I'm not just going to sit there and receive your confessional. I actually want to guide you, my darlings. I want to guide you because sexuality is so profound and so incredible, and we all have access to it. And I'm so excited for us. Okay. You can totally, I think sex work is fucking amazing. You can totally become a prostitute. Go. I did it for 10 years. I was a sex worker. And then I got tired of running away from cops. I got scared. I had people that framed me, like some of my clients. It just, there's no regulation. There's no safety in it. You have to provide your own safety for yourself. And I really wanted to work in a way that I was really held, right, and taken care of. And there were a lot of moments where I wasn't, and things got scary. Even in, I did high end work, and it can still get like that because there's people that frame people, right? So just like a word of warning, sex workers are the alchemists of our time, right? Sex workers are the tantrikas. Sex workers are the people that are saying, I will help heal you through your body. It's truly incredible. And, you know, from the working with so many people and getting to see and be with so many different bodies, it was truly a profound chapter of my life. I wrote a lot about it in my first book. My first book went, it's called Fuck Yourself Open. So if someone wants to post a link to it so that y'all can track that story, you can go into that. But yeah, it's great. And when I was a single mom and I needed money, I would go back and do sex work. So totally great, beautiful, amazing. There's other ways to make money that are not as illegal, that are safer for your body. Sex work is I say that for me, the moments that I did sex work, the years that I did sex work, I got to really understand and love like the dirty, grimy depths of the shadow of sexuality. Sex work feels like shadow sexuality work because it's hidden. Yeah. So there's all this energy and it's all wrapped up in taboo and shame and in secrecy. And so it's got this like undercurrent of darkness in it. And because of that, I had to do a lot of personal alchemy, like consistent personal alchemy through the orgasmic arc, through self-pleasure, so that I didn't, my light didn't get dimmed in any way by the people that I met, by the secrecy and the shame. I mean, these were all people that were probably not explicitly telling their families that they were seeing a sex worker. There was a lot of lies, right? There's a lot of hiding, and there's nothing wrong. I don't think that there's anything wrong with being sneaky sometimes or being secretive. I think people do it, right? I don't look at so much the right and wrong of action. I look at instead the energy of what's behind that. So if someone's sneaking away to go and meet with a sex worker, there's an energy of tension and collapse in their system. There's an energy of kind of adrenaline dissociation in their system. And as a sex worker, I used to have to hold that all the time. Yeah. So that got to be a bit much. I much prefer now working with people that are coming into my work energetically clean. Yeah. And so you're saying here, I cannot allow my husband to find out. So that's a mirror of the secrecy, of the sneaky. I always say that there's always a perfect match for whatever is happening in your nervous system. So if you want to be sneaky and you want to hang out with sneaky people and you want to have that weird adrenaline dissociative rush, and you've never gone through that in your life, you want to experience that rebellion. Yeah, it's a rebellious energy. It's an adolescent energy. You can totally do that. And just know there'll be a time that it's going to take a toll, because there's an energetic signature to being, what would be the word, like conscientious energetically of your home and of your family and of your community. And when we are shutting down certain parts of ourselves or not showing up fully in our home and our family and our community, that's going to affect the people that we interact with. Yeah. So that would be my help on that piece. To sum it up, do whatever you want. Recognize there's always an energetic signature for what's going on in your nervous system. You create your reality. So if you're going into something knowing that you're being secretive, right? And do you feel it in your body? Like when you feel being secretive, it's like this like rush and like tension, right? That is going to get mirrored. So the sex will probably be kind of dissociative. It'll be like exciting. Yeah. But then it'll probably like have this dark undercurrent to it, and a little bit of shadow. And so it's going to be some work, right? To clear all that shadow out. There's a much easier way to teach people sexuality, to help free people's sexuality from the shame and the shackles of society, to help free people's sexuality from trauma, and to make lots of money. So like you can do it in so many other ways than sneaking. Yeah. But if you're like, I gotta sneak, I am a sneak rebel right now, it's a sneak party, then babe, just go and sneak and realize that you're sneaking. Become aware, become conscious of what's happening and what you're doing. That's the answer to freedom. Yeah, that's the answer to freedom. So way too much work to navigate that. Yeah, it's a lot. Listen, when I was a sex worker, I'd have like 2 to 3 clients, and then I would go and I would have to get like a massage and then body work and then yoga. Like it was like all I was doing was just trying to cleanse energy out. I love now in my community, y'all, right? In our sex church, I get to just hang out with you, and there isn't like a parasitic, secretive, dark reality to it. We just love each other. It's a much easier, freer space, right? Sometimes I work with clients that have a lot of trauma and it's kind of deep and intense, but I'll still take care of myself, but it's nothing compared to sleeping with strangers whose names I don't know, right? That's like a whole different ball game. And you can, if you're like, I want to do this, I think, so much of life is like, can we become aware of the energetic signature behind the actions that we're taking? Yeah. Like, why am I doing this? Because if I think it's just for money, that's not actually the truth. I was a sex worker because I wanted to be rebellious. I wanted to sneak. I wanted to fuck with societal norms. Like, I was like, I could have made money a bajillion ways, right? I wanted that experience. My higher self was going in ready. I wanted to learn the dark, sticky, grimy part of sexuality. I wanted to learn it so that I could now alchemize it and create the orgasmic arc, right? Like it was like a knowing. I was like, okay, this is what I'm doing. Yeah. And then once I started feeling it take a toll on my light and on my heart, then I decided to shift gears. Yeah. So energetic signature, it's a great question, Maya. Hi, Maya. Welcome to church, baby. Energetic signature is the way that your energy maps itself in your system. So if you have, your energy feels like it is flowing from root to crown, and then whoop, 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 it just flows, it can go, right? Then your energetic signature is flowing and it's easeful, right? If you are going into, just to give the example of sex work, right? In order to mirror your client and give them the time that they want, most likely, you will need to stop certain parts of your energetic signature. You'll have to like literally cut off certain parts of your energy in order to appease the client. Yeah. So for me, my throat, I wasn't allowed to say what I thought. Right. And also they were lying. So their throat was shut down. Yeah. My heart, I couldn't love them as fully as I can love y'all. I can love y'all so much. because you're coming in with me clean. Yeah. Like you're here, you're ready, you're open-hearted. So I can keep my heart open too. We often mirror people in relationship. And so you want to look at who you're mirroring, who you're choosing to mirror. Also notice that everyone around you is going to be a mirror of you. It works both ways. So that's why we self-pleasure every day, because we want to make sure that our energetic signature, who we are, the essence of our energy, is flowing freely and openly so that the people around us will be the same. Nowadays, I can expect brilliance. I can expect incredible clients, incredible community, beautiful friends, because I've done enough self-resourcing in my energetic body that everyone that I meet around me is going to be freaking awesome. And it shows up again and again. This is advanced awareness. I'll keep practicing. Yeah. What do I always say, Maya? That the sexiest thing you can ever do, the way to be the hottest person in the room, is to track your own energy. It's the hottest thing. Most people go into a room and they fly out of their body and they stop tracking their energy. The second that you are the one in the room that's tracking themselves, people will come towards you like a moth to a flame. They're going to be like, what are you doing? How are you so self-aware? Right. And it's not tracking it to like try to fix yourself, but tracking it to be like, can I ground this? Oh, I'm in step 2. I'm in intrigue. Okay. Oh, interesting. Oh, I'm in openness. Oh, I'm in directionality right now. Where do I need to meet myself? Once you start doing that in social settings, it's crazy. People will literally be like, what? Because it's like you're always there working your own energetic signature all the time. All the time. And that self-responsibility is like Jesus level hotness. Okay. Since we're in church, I had to mention Jesus. So we'll go deeper into this at Own Your Orgasm next week. It's a separate, in case you didn't catch my memo, it's a separate group. And I'm doing that because I want the people in to be all in. So I'll post it here to make sure that you have the group link, but it's a separate group for 3 days. It might be 4 days. You know how I like to give you extra things. So just put it on your calendar. It might be 4 days. Okay. And it's Own Your Orgasm. You can always search for Own Your Orgasm, or I'll just post it right here. I'll see you on Monday. Sex Church was so yummy. Next week is Sex Church Social, same time. So it's a time that we can meet each other's faces and see each other and ask questions. I've already got some people doing Q&As, asking me questions. So if you have questions, you can keep putting them into this group or DM or whatever you want. I'm open to support you. I hope that today is done with awareness and sexiness and juice and aliveness. And I'm going to turn on some organ music for our way out. Please share in the chat what you learned and gained from our Sex Church today, what insights are pulling through, what you're going to take with you. And I will see you next week.